We never discussed it, but we never had to.
Range Wilson.
The hot tub party with the three young women came to an end, as parties always do. I headed inside, went downstairs to get dressed, and grabbed a big fluffy towel for Rue. I went back upstairs, wrapped her up in that towel, and helped her dry off a little bit. She seemed to really appreciate that. She gave me two very big, very friendly hugs, and it was clear to me that she was ready to get physical. If not that night, then at some point in the future. But I never did anything about it, mainly because things were heating up again with Yvonne. She and I had been circling each other slowly, and now we were rushing towards each other at full speed. We both knew we were going to sleep together at some point, and it finally happened shortly after the hot tub party. Yvonne was sitting at the dining room table, brushing her waist-length red hair. That was not uncommon because winter was approaching fast, and Yvonne's room was in the coldest part of the house, so she did not like to spend much time in there. And this night, Yvonne was an absolute vision of beauty. I went over to her and offered to take over the hairbrushing duties, and she accepted. And I tell you what, that was a moment of true intimacy, with me standing behind her, brushing her long red hair, chatting and laughing about this and that. But things were about to get even more intimate. Yvonne had chronic lower back pain from her car accident, and she mentioned that the pain was particularly bad that evening. I offered to give her a back rub, and again she accepted. She bent right over the dining room table, and I went to work on her lower back. Needless to say, this was a suggestive position, and it did not take long for the suggestion to become reality. When she finally straightened up and turned around, our eyes met, and I didn't even have to say anything. I just took her hand and led her downstairs to my bedroom. And it was just as good as I could have ever expected. First we confessed our love for each other, and then we sealed the deal by actually making love. We spent the rest of the night together, sleeping in my bed, and it was a wonderful feeling. There was only one nagging problem. She was engaged to somebody else. And I could not see a way that was going to change. And it was clear that there was no foundation whatsoever for Yvonne and I to have a traditional relationship. We never discussed it, but we never had to. It was clear to both of us that I was going to remain the other man for the foreseeable future. We would just have to deal with whatever challenges arose from that situation. And I think that's a good place to end the first chapter of the story of my life. In this chapter, I found myself in Colorado Springs working for Annette after sleeping with her and her best friend. I found the party house, and I had a whole bunch of fun there. I found a whole bunch of women, and I had fun with them. And I also found love. A different kind of love, but love nonetheless. In the next chapter of the story of my life, there will be a final blow-up with Annette. There will also be tension at the party house, which will lead to myself and Yvonne setting up housekeeping together. I will also have various other adventures, including a nude photo shoot with an aspiring model. So stay tuned for all of that and more. In the meantime, like this video if you liked it, share on social media, leave a comment below, and most importantly, subscribe. My name is Range Wilson, and I'll see you next time.